What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and today I want to talk about the spin that's going on. I'm talking about that pony spin, and the reason why is that people are hitting me with some absolutely insane reasonings when it comes to like the PS4K and Project Scorpio, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. You know, when it comes to pony spin, I've been dealing with it for a while. You know, back with the 360 PS3, there was that power spin about the cell processor being so much more powerful in the PS3. And then, you know, the reality of it was the devs really couldn't get a lot out of that processor, and it didn't really make too much of a difference. In fact, it was to the point where multiplats were built on the 360 and then ported over to the PS3, stuff like that. Like, and the multiplats actually performed better on the 360, more stable stuff, you know, all that good stuff. But it went from that to it was about exclusives going towards the end of the generation, because, you know, Xbox came out with the Kinect and they were pushing the Kinect. Sony kind of wised up a little bit and started putting out, you know, PlayStation exclusives. So then the spin was more towards games and exclusives, mostly exclusives though. It's about the exclusives. That's what we want to talk about, the exclusives. And then it went from that to this generation. You know, there was the whole all digital versus disc based, that whole spin, which Sony went crazy over. I mean, the power thing, 50% more powerful than the Xbox One. Yeah, right. Alright, so I've been dealing with this for a while, but now it seems with the 4K and then the Scorpio coming out next year, there is a new type of spin. Alright? I call it the generational spin. This is an absolutely stupid thing to say, but I've been hearing this so much. Now, what I've been hearing is you can't take the PlayStation 4K and compare it to Project Scorpio. According to the stables, you can't do that. And here's the reason why. This makes me laugh. The reason why is because the Scorpio is actually the next generation. What? Yeah, you heard me, guys. These ponies are claiming that the Scorpio is actually the next generation, 9th generation console and stuff like that. Anybody who follows Microsoft or Phil Spencer, whenever he says anything, you know, we know that Microsoft is taking that generation thing and kind of just throwing it out the window. They have a new plan for consoles, and it's not the traditional plan. But within that new plan, they are doing away with generations. But the stables, I'm not sure if they heard that news, because they're saying that the Scorpio is now a generation above the Neo or the 4K, and it can't be compared. I'll let you guys know right now, when it comes to PlayStation 4K, I don't even compare it to the Scorpio. I don't need to. I think Microsoft is coming out with a box, you know, basically in a few days. August 2nd, the Xbox One S comes out. I think that's more comparable to the 4K anyway. And I still think in a lot of ways, the One S will actually whoop the 4K's tail, if you're looking at it like that. And one of the big things to me that the One S has over the 4K, and this is what I strongly believe this, guys. PlayStation 4K doesn't have HDR. It doesn't have the high dynamic range in it. I think one of the reasons why they didn't talk about the PlayStation Neo or the 4K at E3 is because they saw that HDR element in the One S, and I think they're trying to find a software solution to get that into the 4K right now, kind of like in a quick, timely manner type thing. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I don't think the HDR is in the 4K, which is a huge difference, guys. I will let you know this: if you have a TV that has that HDR tech in it, you can view like TV shows, you can play games that have that HDR effect. The way the colors, having such a wider array of colors, will make like say the moonlight in a night sky. It'll give all the different variant colors to how that is cast on the ground and stuff. It makes things look more realistic. All right, that is one of the big things with HDR. And like I said, I don't think the Neo has that. But when coming back to this whole generation thing, right? One of the big signs that tells you that the Project Scorpio is just what they call the premium console within this quote-unquote generation is the fact that when the Scorpio comes out, all right, the games that come around it at launch and beyond will be able to be played on the 1S, will be able to be played on the X1 that you have in your house right now. All right, this is not a generation leap. All right, this thing is absolutely powerful. Trust me, yo, we all know this. But the amount of power doesn't indicate a generation leap here. All right, and like I said, with the games that are coming out around the time of the Scorpio, and then beyond that, being able to be played on all Xbox One quote-unquote devices, shows that Microsoft took that generation thing and threw it out the window like they said they were going to do. I have no idea where the stables are getting this from. I think they're just trying to bank on the fact that, you know, people might not look into this stuff. People might not, you know, hear what's going on at these conferences, might not watch the interviews. And I'm basically here if you didn't do that. I want to let you know, yo, don't listen to what these guys are saying. It's still within the same generation. Microsoft is done doing generations anyway. All right, that's the, I guess you could say that's the old school way of thinking now when it comes to consoles. And I'm excited for the future of Xbox. I know I can't wait to get my hands on the Scorpio, and it's not because of resolution. I want to see the upgrades in the textures and stuff like that. You know, games that, even though they could be run on the X1 and the 1S, I want to see that upgrade in the native textures, the lighting and stuff like that, that the Scorpio will offer. Basically playing these X1 games to their highest potential. Alright? Now the next thing you're going to hear, because the Scorpio is powerful enough to run VR, is people, the stable's going to say, well, people don't want to run the Oculus or the HTC Vive. Those things are too expensive. We would rather spend $400 to $500 on the lowest entry-level VR set, basically for consoles. That's going to be the next thing, guys. I just want you to know that. But as usual, guys, you know, if you like the topic, you like the gameplay, definitely hit that thumbs up button for me. Hit up the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this. Have you seen this lately? All of a sudden, the Scorpio is a 9th generation console, and it can't be compared to anything. Yo, the Scorpio has even got PC gamers pissed off, which is really, really funny to me. But like I said, yo, hit up the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448. And I am definitely signing off.
It took you long enough.